There's no way it's a brood game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, okay.
We knew it was one of them. Like, we literally knew after they smiled.
Yeah. As FY, I mean, he wants the Storm to come down here. Ace, the sick timing would be if Ace avoids this by reading, because
instead they're going to go for the pickoff onto Soxa instead of the Nepo here. They will be able to get that kill pretty easily. That's going to be your first blood. But that does mean...
And it's rare when you see that, because most of the time, I think both teams sort of look for stuff, but it feels as though maybe this is just how Meepo games go, right? It's hard to judge his relative strength, as they're going to make the move on to Fada.
Teleports are going to be coming in. Fada is able to dodge a lot of damage with the Sleight of Fist, as well as the Flame Guard that's now worn out. The Remnant
he actually comes back into it.
Gone into mid, but he's going to stick around here at bottom lane. The Storm here will be able to get that kill, but Storm has heavily committed for this one, and Ace is going to be able to take advantage of that one, keeping him netted down. A trade-off between the two mids, and honestly, he's done this so many times. XNO, I feel like this is a specialty of his on these disruptors and banes, where he's positioning himself always hiding in the trees to be able to get behind people and be able to set up for a kill like this. Managed to get a Nightmare onto the Rubik and helping to be able to kill this Ember Spear, who's still locked inside that E-Blade. The Ghost Scepter is going to be able to help the E-Blade out from Ace, is able to save Fada's life for the time being, and Ame can't quite catch him. They're going to leave the Bane behind. Stormseer really wants this kill though. Fada just can't get anywhere as the Remnant still down, and now the Void has been caught though. Ace is able to make sure that he's locked down long enough to be able to get that one kill. Now Chalice and the Stormseer, you need to get out of here. Storm's sticking around long enough.
He's out of mana.
Look at that charge. Woo! Peter Pan Dam nails him. What a great fight there for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Your all-encompassing spell, the Chronosphere, now is made useless by the Aegis. You'll trade the Aegis gladly for the Chronosphere usage. As Ace, with an Aegis up, now he can play fearlessly. You have to use some measure of ultis to be able to stop him, as they're going to go on to FY.
Gotta pop the dust just to make sure. Sand King has no way to be able to disjoint this death. 5-5.
Which is why I thought it was so weird that they decided to slow down the pace of the game. Considering against Virtus.Pro, they were willing to play so fast-paced. And this is most likely going to be Chalice's head, as
they're just going to get picked apart here so many times.
It's going to pop the pipe, but he is charged.
Just kind of the sacrifice that has to be made.
He's pretty tanky. And now he's changed his build too, going for the Maelstrom. This is all in, hands on deck. We're trying to kill Meepo.
Trying to get any sources of damage done. Chalice always being able to push in that bottom lane. The Orchid reveal here from maybe in a really big pickoff on Fada. There's going to be Peter here. Thanks to the surge, the charge happens pretty quickly here. He's going to blow his ultimate, just trying to control up maybe, but he does die. And the rest of NiP are not going to follow up.
Nice ward vision too. It's going to spot this the entire way through, as PSG.LGD is doing a good job of sort of resetting the momentum and slowing down the game. And in fact, they're going to catch Fada again.
Fada!
And every time he dies, it slows down the timing, like, of the team. They just can't do anything without him. They don't feel comfortable taking a 4-on-4. The E-Blade actually temporarily helps out the Nature's Prophet.
At least they're going to catch him eventually here, so that trade-off. Oh, they're going to go for the Chronosphere here. Boy, what a great Sprout is actually going to be able to protect in the epicenter to follow this one up. They're going to be able to blink in. Bro Strike. The Meepo is still plenty tanky, but they're trying to focus it down. Long jump in from maybe won't be able to wipe it out. The Meepo gets popped just like that. And NiP are on full retreat. Whatever heroes can get out, trying to get away, but Rubik's already been caught. That's 3, make it 4. The Spirit Breaker gets nightmared up. Do they have a way to be able to stop him from charging? They just have the burst damage. That's all they need. LGD.
Now they should Roche. Right in front of Ame, the situation, the conditions are perfect. That long zip in from maybe with the execute. They had to blow everything on that Meepo, but it was worth it as Ace buys back.
Oh, the vacuum, 3-man vacuum looked nice. No follow-up though. They are going to be able to get the easy pick off on X-Nova.
And now it's NiP that walk into the Roshan pit as Bane instantly buys back. They know there's no chrono. They know there's no epicenter. NiP want to try to take advantage of this timing. They bought back on 2 cores just for this.
They don't want to go into the Roshan pit. Instead, they're going to surge forward and catch the Bane again, who died back. And now it's going to be 4 versus 5 when it comes to defending that Roche pit. NiP trying to find the next initiation. Peter actually canceling his charge there, thinking he was getting out of position. They just return to the Roshan pit, where Ace seems to have things in full control, but the Storm Spirit, he's TPing onto the shrine right now. All they need is the vision for the trees to give him some sense of timing. Ami's going to come in. Now they jump in with a BKB. They're trying to activate with the pipe of the Crimson Guard. The Aegis, he gets in on the Storm! Massive, but he does immediately fall. FY, he's going to be surrounded as well. Can they manage to get Chalice on top of that? They are going to be able to bash him with a vacuum follow-up as well. Chalice goes for a second round of teleport, but there's going to be the nets for the Meepo. The charge on through. Oh, actually popped up inside. No, they do manage to get the net again. Fortunately, they keep him controlled. So yes, the Storm Spirit being able to grab that Aegis
without being able to get anything off, so you have to sort of switch gears, and he definitely did. I like the way that both teams are playing.
Just some good ideas about Dota. Ame with his BKB is currently trying to take this tier 1 tower. They are going to be able to complete the charge and burst it down just like that. Telekinesis into the charge. What a combo from NiP. Very nicely timed.
He takes that so quickly, it's going to pretty much heal back to full. PSG.LGD, they want to use their Aegis. It's only a minute left. And I think if NiP are aware of this, and they should be of the timer, just chill. You got so much more out of this Aegis timing somehow than PSG.LGD did.
Bloodstone complete for the Storm Spirit. This is going to be a really big timing. They're going to make the long jump in, be able to find PPT and NiP. Are they going to try and blow into this? They do have the Chronosphere, locking down only the Meepos here. 33 actually running into the Chronosphere as well. And a stolen Chrono! Saksa locks down the Sword Fitter. What a barrel strike! FY nails 5 different heroes and 3 different Meepos, but will be able to get the Storm Spirit down on his Aegis. They're trying to catch FY here. They don't want to let these constant barrel strikes disrupt them. One of the Meepos quite low though. Storm and Void focusing down will be able to kill, but Ame, he actually dies here. The Meepo's dead for 2 minutes, but Storm's here with his BKB. Might just be able to finish up all these heroes. Saksa trying to get away, has a Fiend's Grip, but won't be able to last long enough to be able to use it. And NiP are dead with 3 different heroes, none of which have buyback, and Storm's going to be able to find one more here. It's going to be the Spirit Breaker. Tries to go for the charge away, but can't get it in time. 4 dead with no buyback. It's time for LGD to take some objectives.
With a huge lead now, a BKB completed on the Storm. I would have really liked the Hex 2 on the Meepo, because I think now you've missed your timing with your item built to kill the Storm.
Yeah, because the Void does have that very long time walk now that he's past his level 20.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Meanwhile, Fnatic, there's going to be the jump forward. They do immediately find the Ember Spear and burst him down. The Ace is going to be able to follow that one up, though, and he's got Elme dead. He will be able to get the Storm Tier as well. Both of them just died, and there's no buyback of the Storm Tier. Chalice is dead as well. But he's the lowest net worth core. I was just about to talk about him, and he just baits the perfect team fight for NiP.
And NiP are just sort of...
well,
now they're in the...
They have just sort of won. At the bottom lanes, they can't go for Megas in this 30-second marker, and I'm not sure if they can actually go straight for Throne.
What a turnaround this game has been.
Now the question is, are LGD going to be able to catch them on their way out, because they're already smoked up on the Void? They're going to try and get this initiation onto the Bane. The charge in, an easy pickup, but he does have buyback.
They're just going for it. The tier 3 tower, at least one of these is going to die. A tier 4 tower.
Yeah, the Storm Spirit, though.
Now the buyback comes in on the Bane.
He's back up. He can jump in. The Bane's going to buy back. And are we going to have the catch? The Storm Spirit's going to be able to get on top of the Meepo, but immediately jumps away. Not able to slow anything down here, but maybe FY has found an opening here onto the Spirit Breaker. Pretty easy kill with the bashes coming out from Ame.
They want to chase
for more now.
They've got the numbers.
Picking them apart. They're going to be able to get the Chronosphere now onto the Darkseer. But this is where they turn potentially. BKB activated, trying to finish up this Darkseer. Almost got him. Does manage to get up the cheese. So now they're turned around as the BKB is now gone. A heavy commitment from Bot as well as A to be able to finish off this Void. And Stormsphere is going to have to zip away, try and TP back. FY with a jump in. He Yule Scepter on himself to buy himself a little bit of time. Chalice trying to battle.
Ace is still alive.
Ace is so low. Where's the Stormsphere? He needs to be able to finish off this Meepo. Chalice will die inside of his own Sprout. And the Storm is back up to full, but cannot make the long jump to find that very low Meepo. And now Ace starts working on that other tier 4, 60 seconds for the Void as well as the Furion. Long jump into the left-hand side instead, just killing some of these creeps. but not actually trying to stop Ace. Now another Yule Scepter, and Ace is just focusing on the throne. Storm's going to come up with an answer.
This game's done.
There's going to be a Bro Strike in, slowing down these heroes. Fiend's Grip on the side as well. The BKB activated. There's a Refresher Shard coming out for 33, but they're just going to take the throne. Ninjas of us. They make the comeback off of one massive fight. Take the Roshan, and from there,
They go Storm again. All right. So you brought it up earlier. Stubborn. This is tough. Versus Sand King, a Lesh who I believe fought as an Atos buyer on that hero.
so he's getting some farm, but it's still a Morphling, totally free farming at this point. Zip forward, X-Nova trying to get the stun out, is going to be able to help out, but Fnatic actually dealing so much damage here.
You want that
to get the kill, they actually do. The Storm and Spear ends up falling here. The Inkswell does manage to get the damage onto Chalice right now. Peter trying to get out, realizing that all these heroes are high enough HP, he can't actually kill any of them, and with that minus armor from the Wave of Terror, Chalice just does so much damage with every swing. FY, so close to the Javelin here, but he doesn't have the Swashbuckle up and needs another 3 seconds time. Now he's completely out of mana. He's used the Shield Crash instead, but the Storm Spirit's going to be able to zip in. Back to FY as NiP are not going to be able to go for it. Instead, it's going to be Phantom Lancer taking a lot of damage. A Swashbuckle being used into that to be able to ensure the kill on the Phantom Lancer.
And he's got enough mana to get out to, he's popping all of his bottle charges. Looks like he should be just fine. In fact, he goes back into Soxa. Fada trying to pressure the stun right now, and Chalice is going to come in too, but maybe he's got to get out of here, getting way too low to take this engagement. Still, the save onto the Pango. I think he bottled him once. That's how he had mana.
Yeah,
where he had enough charges.
Oh, really nice. The Dominator creep is going to be able to get the net onto this Furion, and Ace will find X-Nova.
Very well done.
Well, between that, and he also gets the damage talent, right, at level 10?
Yeah.
So that just means a lot of burst damage when he starts moving himself around. FY doesn't get lucky. Was hoping for a silence there on the Phantom Lancer. Might have resulted in a better fight, but not going to go for it here. They do have the Phantom onto X-Nova.
Still only level 5.
Fada. Rolling Thunder's going to come out though, and oh no, this could be bad as they are going to throw out the Black Hole to be able to stop that Rolling Thunder. That's going to be able to fight by Fada sometime, but the Storm Spirit zips in to be able to finish him off. Now in the back line, Sox is also going to be dying and maybe still has so much mana to be able to work with. He's going to go for Ace here. He's being greedy. He wants to be able to kill the core, and he might be rewarded for that greed. Ace goes down. That's exactly what they wanted out of that. 3 dead on the side of NiP.
And they used the Black Hole to be able to just stop that, but...
Sprout, 33. Ame turns into the Sand King himself to be able to catch 33. Finally, they root him out of this lane who's been defending. This lineup is going a lot better for LGD in the early game than maybe it should have.
Oh, absolutely. I think NiP thought that the laning phase was going much better for them. I think they were hoping that they would win at least 2 lanes. Chalice.
Inkswell does manage to land the stun from Fada. They're just going to try and blow up Chalice here while picking up that bounty rune.
They don't have the easiest ways to deal with the Pango either. Like, you saw that the Black Hole was just expended. They needed this mid tower, though, a while ago. It feels like LGD keep getting it first, but this time around, NiP is at least going to get the return, but
they do have to get the silence with that Bro Strike out from the Sand King. Now the Soulbind as well, locking in the 2 of them. The Storm Spirit is going to be stuck. The silence managed to finish him off. 33 minutes. Juke at that Rolling Thunder. Can't dodge the roll in from FY, nailing 2 of them. A 3-for-1 exchange. They killed the Storm Spirit, which was fantastic for NiP, but they lost so much for it.
Sand King, the direct counters just straight up get a pipe. And people weren't really doing it, but now that he's back in the meta, you see it all the time. We saw it in the previous game too. When NiP had to play against the Sand King.
Just 33. Immediately TPs and blinks, goes for the strike onto Chalice. With Inkswell, maybe he can still run him down here. So Silence gonna get an extra bit of burst of damage, but immediately going to the back line. Maybe wants to be able to deal with that silence of the Grimstroke, and now they can go for the other one. That's going to be 33. He's out of the equation. Trying to chase down Ace as well, but they don't want to overly dive here, especially into the hands of Fada. Meanwhile, top lane, they find +1. Soxa dies as well.
Can we click on the Sand King?
We're going to speed things up a little bit. We're in 4-man smoke.
Oh my, 5 armor.
Yeah, he's had that same Blink Dagger for a while now.
What is...
Ace, he just used the Doppelganger, breaks the smoke. PSG.LGD just had the perfect positioning there, just outside of his vision. And now they're just gonna, well, because they feel invincible, they might as well take some objectives.
They could just go back for Roshan too. Morphling does it very quickly.
Whoa, look at that. They actually got silence here. He may not be able to take it out in time as to run. No strike. What happened? Maybe not. Okay, FY's going to be Rolling Thundered in and Rolling Thunder out.
That was a head scratcher as...
All right, well, we're just going to be chilling out here unless the 3-man smoke from LGD can find the opening. Win a team fight, take that Roshan, but Zoxa currently does have a haste rune, so not really best person to jump right now. Peter Pan Dam does manage to get his ink swell off, but it doesn't explode in time to slow down this damage from Maybe.
Now do you Rosh?
Well, if the Furion's out of position, he TPs in very aggressively. He does have a pipe though. Look at him, he's so tanky. They're going to get the run of Atos, a little bit more follow-up, but Fada needs to be able to Yule Scepter himself, so instead they're going to go for Zoxa here. The Rolling Thunder on in. Zox is very low, trying to finish him up. Maybe he is able to do so. Bouncing back and forth. FY is going to help ensure that they get the Sand King as well as that Leshrac. And it's only Ace who's able to get behind the line here to survive.
I mean, he wants to be the frontliner in that engagement. Plus, you've got FI with the Greaves now.
Greaves, Pipe, so much mobility as well from this lineup. It's really stalled out lately, and that's mostly because he can't really touch the limited amount of creeps that are available to NiP. All those neutrals have to be fed into Ace. Great positioning. They're still going to be able to get the blink forward here. The swap back is going to be able to buy FY some time. Almost long enough to be able to get off the Rolling Thunder. Sox is already dead. With the BKB activated, he's now going to go for the next skill. That's going to be the other support in Peter Pan Dam. Ace activating his BKB is going to try and chase down Challenge, but we talked about how tanky he is, and all he has to do is teleport away, so he's going to be fine. Mass buybacks coming out as now FY starts rolling through all these heroes of NiP as they try and retreat back to the base. They have bought back and had to retreat away from LGD. That is a bad sign for your team fights to come.
And they're going to reset, immediately go for the smoke, try to get somebody out of this as the lead builds up to 30k, one of the bigger leads that we've seen in this tournament. They do manage to catch Chalice for the time being. He gets the Hex off. The rest of his team shouldn't abandon him. He's so tanky.
Swell, look at Ame. Turns into a Sand King himself, daring NiP to try and get aggressive. Nice juke there from 33. Doesn't get hit by the swashbuckles, so he is able to blink away. But now to jump in. Oh, there's the shotgun. That is Peter Pan Dam dead. And looks like they found +1. They're going to be able to get the Sand King as well as FY and Chalice were able to root him out.
And now this is going to feel like at least a near impossible defense. They're going for Roshan, I think?
Sure. I mean, you're obviously not fighting to save your barracks at this point, but maybe he's actually going to be able to find Zoxa again, and now they've got the Scythe of Ice onto the real PL. He's in trouble. He's already down to half HP. That means his illusions are going to be easy to suss out if maybe tries to make that jump. It opts not to. They need to be able to force this to a game 3. This is an elimination series after all.
Yeah, and this is without the Enigma.
Jump over the side, BKB activated by Fada, but maybe will turn in time. He will be able to pop his BKB of his own. Rolling Thunder on through beyond that Phantom Lancer is going to be able to secure the lockdown long enough. It looks like Peter's going to struggle to get back to his base as well, so maybe just runs him over. That's going to be it here for game 2. NiP, I mean, you could see the writing on the wall for like 20 straight minutes, but a 42,000 net worth lead is we're going to end this game on at 37 minutes.
And I think it doesn't do terrible versus the Queen of Pain or the Ember, and that's why you can. He goes this weird build.
We are going to have Zoxa picking up one of these on the right-hand side of the map, which means that NiP probably should get 3. And they do. With this hard cam stack, a lot of golden experience to be found here. Having used the swashbuckle, kind of an interesting choice by FY. Interesting, I mean, a killer choice. He ends up dying, giving away first blood to Ace. We had yet to have a first blood because we'd only had these denies. I mean, he could have just done it in so many different ways too, right? He could have done a maxed range swashbuckle to try and take the CS.
Instead, he went into the creep wave.
Yeah, he just went right on top of the Bat Rider almost with sticky napalm stacks, and now no longer have an escape mechanism. Lucky shot proc onto Ace is going to be able to help get some extra damage here by slowing him down.
And
well
might go for
from
it again. There's no south.
Really thinking about it here. They're going to be able to find him to teleport in. He thought he juked to the right-hand side, but they will be able to find him. Really good positioning. It's not quite enough with Swashbuckle, though. He will finally get the kill, but he's going to be run down by Soxa here, who's going to try and kill FY, and may still be able to turn for Chalice as well. A little bit surprised Chalice wants to fight at all, and that's why he TP's away.
You get offensive on him.
Nice. You see that?
Yeah.
Use the roar to secure the deny on the Siege Wagon. Oh! PPD was so close to being able to get the kill on Xnova. The third or fourth deny from this Abad now.
Middle tower is under attack.
DotA in some serious trouble. His lane was already terrible, and now there is an opportunity for Chalice to teleport in and help get a kill.
2 mobile cores that can move around the map freely, that can stop split push. It's just like a good all-around situation, I think. And you can see that they commit a lot to this like global presence. They really like the Nature's Prophet with this type of lineup, as they're going to make the move on to 33.
33. It's very, very dead here. Sonic Wave pushing back PPD as well and getting him a little bit low. He's going to go for the TP out. Is there a change? There is nothing.
And I think they might actually be right. TB with drums plus SNY and being solar crested, they'll do things real quick. They'll take objectives fast. Roshan will be theirs.
Wrapping in from the right-hand side here. There's a lot of NiP members that think you can get a bolt here. The Razor, they're going to go on to him first. Fada is already at half HP. Ball 33 is already knocked down the Queen of Pain. What a big kill. And Fada's so fast, he's beginning to get away, but Ame is going to be able to chase him down with Remnants, managed to get the chains, and finishes off that big Razor kill. Xnova is low. He's underneath the fire. Tries to get the miscoil denied. Successfully gets it, but the pullback onto Chalice will ensure that kill. 4 dead on the side of LGD. 3 of them were kills. 1 of them was a deny.
The only thing that really stops him is the Pango ball.
Yeah.
And that's why I was so impressed by PPD's move, because he could have gripped anyone at that point, but he all-ins on FY.
Got to be able to catch Fada here. Fada. Now he's been dying a lot in this series. Not gonna quibble about it too much. He's just been pretty low impact because of his low net worth.
The Terrorblade, this is what we were looking for once they took the mid-tier 1 tower. I think this is just a free play for them to make, and now Ace is the absolute unquestioned king on this map, as it should be.
PSG.LGD are just going to go for the deep dive here. Soxa has been a pain in their rear this entire time. He already caught 1 of the creep waves. They say no more of that. We know you took Roshan, so you can't be here with a Solar Crest build and already in melee form. He's like a perfect hero to TP in first. He's way too tanky to go on.
Yeah. I think for FY,
they could actually
he's rolling it up.
They don't have the Metamorphosis, so it's not like NiP is that good at fighting right now, especially if they can get to the back line, and Peter Pandam is going to be the perfect target to be able to wipe out first. Xnova is forced to pop his borrowed time here for the roll-in, coming out from FY, nails that TB just the right time, but it is going to be the Aegis, 33, using his spare to go onto the Queen of Pain. Solar Crest activated. The Rolling Thunder does manage to bounce back to the TB, trying to get a target here for the Sunder, can't quite get it up. Finally, Sunder's the last second to be able to keep himself alive off of Soxa, it seems, but FY tries to swashbuckle and finish off the, what's got him with the Shadow Strike? It looks like Soxa may end up dying here to the tick damage. It's not quite enough, and now he's getting bottled up, but no. 33 says, come here, buddy. Let my bear give you a big ol' hug. The Crimson Guard is almost complete. There just keeps on being the next round of items for LGD, and I'm thinking like, okay, now they're gonna fight. Maybe once they have the Crimson Guard, they will. There's the Guardian Greaves, removing that Rod of Atos, being able to get out. They're just poking at Fada. They are gonna have the Shivas coming in. Keep on poking at that Razor, just like you said.
Just never fully commit to the fight. If you do so, like somebody blinks in like that, and the TB's in a good position, you will die quite quickly.
Now they're a little bit separated, so the Ember can commit a bit more. The Rolling Thunder only really getting a bear here, and they're going to try and turn on a Chalice, but that's where that Aphotic Shield comes down. Ace starts laying in his damage, he activates his BKB, and the Fear actually running these heroes straight into the Terrorblade. There's a big opportunity, but they're both so mobile. The Razor is actually able to stay in range, trying to finish off Xnova. He does have a borrowed time. Soxa slowing down these heroes, but LGD just doing a great job of disengaging. They forced out the Metamorphosis.
Plus, they have a Lotus Orb, I think, on the side of PSG.LGD.
Yes, they do now with Ame.
So instead of going for a Lincoln, he went for the Lotus, but it's realistically the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, literally no AoE stuns.
They're on the end of the Metamorphosis timing here, but there's no borrow time for this abandon, so he is going to be brought to his doom unless the Aphatic Shield can save him. He does actually get the deny. Meanwhile, a beautiful Sonic Wave that finishes out the Terrorblade as well as the Bane. 33 is going to use his Bear, and they actually get the chain to stop his teleport. A massive fight for LGD as they're going to be able to bring down 3, head for a tier 2, and things just sped the hell up for LGD.
And they're going to just...
They're just going to keep going.
They're going to go way up in net worth now.
20 seconds. Shrines are available, but they really want this melee barracks, and they're going to be able to have it. Rod of Atos locking down these 2 heroes, thanks to the Lotus Orb. Blink Dagger for the Pango. NiP are going to try and sneak in a Roshan here once again. They did it once. Thanks to the Solar Crest and this heavy amount of physical damage, they do manage to get a successful scan here, and it's going to be a close call because the Ember is going to be filing into this pit. This could be disaster for NiP as the Roshan's about to be falling here. The Rolling Thunder is going to come in. Blink Dagger, FY is just going to roll right on in, trying to get the good shield crash in. Bouncing around these heroes, but the BKB activated by Ace just turning and trying to fight, laying out the damage on FY, but the shield crash is denying so much of that damage right now. Meanwhile, Xnova pops his borrowed time, managed to heal up, back to full. The Roshan pit being controlled up by LGD, but they need to be able to win this fight. 33 is dropped so low. Going into the back line with a Sonic Wave, nailing all 3 of those cores. Needs to be able to get off the Thunder. He's silenced up right now, and now he's cut down. LGD, 2 fights in a row now, and this is a big one, being able to deny the Roshan away from NiP and grab the Aegis for themselves. It looks like they just found Soxa as well, who's trying to get in, maybe inside the pit? I'm not sure what he's doing.
Play right now.
Blink in. No, he's going to be chained up instead. They're going to make sure to kill him before the Roshan dies, so there's no chance in hell that the Aegis and Cheese can be snatched away. They've lost 2 fights in a row, a 3rd one, and they are definitely out of this game. They've only got 10 more seconds till the Terrorblade's back up, but bottom lane of Brax, it's pretty much gone already. In top lane, let's check in on that one because that is going to be the last remaining one for Ninja and Pyjamas. The tier 3 is already dead. Not able to quite get it, but it does push NiP back for the time being. And they can keep on forcing this. The Metamorphosis.
They have to commit.
It's now ready to go, and the melee barracks is going to fall just like that. Now it's just a ranged barracks. The side being used, but there is going to be the Nightmare on the right-hand side. The jump in from maybe go straight for the Bat Rider. Wants to be able to deny the big disable, but can't fully commit. Doesn't actually have the nukes available. Ame is going to drift in a little bit closer onto the Bat Rider with the Rolling Thunder going in, finishing off that Bat. Now trying to get the initiation onto Ace, who's about half HP. They're not focusing on him, though. They're trying to finish off this Pango Ball, but they just bide their time. Now the Thunder goes down onto Ame, but the Terrorblade is dropping low. Scythe of Ice controlled up. He may be going into the back line trying to deal with the Bane. He does manage to get him, but now he's locked down. Sonic Wave being prepped, pops the cheese. Is going to be roared up, but Xnova is being able to keep everybody so healthy. Now the Sonic Wave comes in, finishing up Fada. NiP, they're hemmed in inside of their fountain. They're going to be losing up against Megas now as PSG.LGD will finish it off, try and get the roar. They will manage to get it on to Ame, stopping his teleport away, but they can't actually win a fight. As you can see, that maybe just jumps in fiercely with the Shivas going down. Ace is dropping low. They're trying to get the last bit of nuke damage before he can get to the fountain, and he's dead. He gets denied by Fada. Fada saying this game is over, killing his own allies as LGD march to victory here in Game 3.
Very well done by them. Realizing the strength of their mobile cores. That's what they've been doing all throughout this tournament. Give them these hard to lock down heroes. So far successful for them. This time around, it's the Ember and the Queen of Pain. Last game, it was the Morphling and the Storm Spirit. Just being able to get in and out of those engagements, running circles around the NiP supports